All of his co-workers...
No, where'd the balloons go?
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Oh, I can't close that door. Okay. Okay, so when the hello. Okay, so you're still here. Yeah, why not? So at least where I left off yesterday.
You notice my sign. Yes, I have something very exciting to show you. You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing this Ultra Deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this Ultra Deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever, the Stanley Parable 2.
Yes, this is where I left off yesterday. Okay.
Yes, you see, isn't this far superior to a measly port with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for.
Taste the sequel, taste the rainbow.
Calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic statement right there. It's future-oriented. It screams progress and innovation and long-term franchising potential. Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it.
Who took the red marker? Me.
If I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or logical, really.
Honestly, if they'd have just released the console port of this game, that would have been probably more than enough for a lot of fans just to be able to play this on things other than a PC. But adding all this fun stuff is interesting. This way to the show floor. Oh, okay, yeah, that's right, because this is where we... Come on, I know you're on again. It's barely noon. Fuck. Yeah, okay, so up here, let's see if that figure I picked up is already...
Here we are. Go on. Try out some of the new features.
Infinite hole. I got your infinite hole right here.
Stanley, here's an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game. This is, in fact, a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right. Infinite falling. You can fall until the end of time, if you like. A stunning leap forward for video games as a medium.
I will check that out dead last. Didn't I try something to get this trophy and it didn't work?
Now, here's something special. You remember that broken test trophy that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the trophy. Yes. You see, you'll come to this lever, and when you pull it, the trophy will... Okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist. Right now, the trophy is still fully broken. I'm not a wizard, Stanley, but I guarantee it will be fixed in the sequel to at last satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over the world who have been uproariously demanding this feature. Gamers, we hear you, and I promise it will happen.
I swear to God, if it should be plugged in or something. Okay.
What else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
I think I've been up here collecting my mini Stanley, but I better go make sure it's... You've been here already. Don't be so fucking subtle about... Oh, I guess that if that's the exit, then what the hell is... Okay. To my ex's vagina, I mean the infinite hole. What's this? No screenshots? What's in here? Oh,
Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with?
You're gonna pick the opposite one.
You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along. Get Well Someday it is.
I hate you. Merch!
Or actually, maybe I should have gone with... No, I've made my decision. We're moving on.
Actually, I would totally wear one of those too. What is this? This is where I came in, but this is not where I came in. What is this?
A common complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it. Well, I am happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem of the game. It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket. You see, Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart.
There it is.
As long as you hold on to the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting. You may even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms. And to be honest, it's a much more convenient solution for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be? Yes, the bucket is the perfect solution. Come on, give it a try.
Oh, you're actually gonna let me touch it.
Can you feel it? The glow of comfort, even in the face of crushing despair, must already be sweeping through your body. And in fact,
I picked it up and you died laughing.
The bucket lends you an air of charisma as well. I think that just holding it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person.
Well, I'm fat.
The benefits of the bucket seem to go on and on, don't they? All this and more await you in the Stanley Parable 2.
You want to take this from me? Oh, I can take this with me. Fuck you, it's mine.
Does anyone give out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video game? That really should be an award if it isn't already.
We've been in there. It says Jim. My name's not Jim. Let's go jump down my ex's asshole. I mean the infinite hole. We're definitely going to be using it as a joke someday. Ooh. Allons-y.
You see, isn't it wonderful? One of my more ingenious concoctions.
Oh my god, if this was in VR, I'd be freaking the fuck out right now.
Then, since you've gotten to see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue onward.
Yeah, I'm good.
Great. Now,
oh
I'm
god.
very excited to show you even more of my ideas for the sequel.
Okay. Once upon a time, I said this was going to be like in VR too, but that would have fucking made me shit my pants. Oh my god. No fucking thank you. Now I want to see if... I wonder if they're, like, I don't think it'll be done yet, but if I get the PC one, if they'll eventually... The modders will eventually mod this thing to be VR. Oh, fuck god. Fuck that noise, boys. Alright, where's the exit? Uh-oh, I hear a kitty. And for the whole free trophy collectible, the trophy doesn't work. I think it was... That's the name thing. Here we go. Here's the exit. Alright. I've had my fun here. I was like 10 minutes away. I was too tired to finish this. Yes. No, that's the bucket. You can't have my bucket. Fuck you. Yes. Can I help you? Yeah. Well, tell me how it is. You can't be hungry. I just fed you like 3 hours ago. Yeah, I know. Where the fuck was the exit? Am I too stupid to realize it? Am I stupid, boys and girls? Exit. Jesus Christ. I've already seen your stupid jump circle.
All right. Have you seen everything you wanted to? Ready to move on now?
What? You can come here if you want to. Whoa. I'm just kind of badass looking.
What do you think? Do you like all of the new features? Yes, I know it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work.
Yeah.
There's definitely
oh, heartburn. Oh, God.
Say, let's do an experiment. I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience.
You're going to drop me off in the Stanley Parable 1, aren't you?
Here it is. I give you the Stanley Parable 2. Well, I mean, there's potential here, right? It's sort of... Okay, never mind. Hold on. Let me do a different arrangement.
Oh my god, there's like two of them.
This is much better. I feel good about this. Here we go. Version 2.
What the hell happened there? I want that.
Who am I kidding, Stanley? This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags. And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything. I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it.
He said insert.
With respect, with care for the vision and integrity of the original game. Would it possibly work? I suppose it could. But it would need a really, really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction, "This is the Stanley Parable 2." Let me see if I can whip something up. All right, perfect. Go ahead. Take a look.
It's gonna be well, if they start adding ooh, hello. Hello. Wait. Come poop or you finally turned off. Why'd you turn off? I hate ye. So all this still looks the same. Fuck it, let's see what we got going there. Oh my god, stop it.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour.
Okay, stop it. Oh my fucking god. I really hope this means I'll sleep later. Jesus
had
Christ.
arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened. This complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
No, the balloons are still here.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Bucket.
Stanley picked up the bucket.
Yes. Oh. Bucket doesn't do anything yet. Is this then?
Stanley took the bucket with him into this little hallway and closed the doors. This was their hideout. No one would ever find them here. Of course, no one would ever find them anyway because everyone was missing. But Stanley chose to ignore this fact and instead focus on how cool the hideout was. Just him and the bucket, two renegade heroes against the world, inside their secret, undetectable hideout, here, next to room 417.
Hell yeah.
What a treat.
Damn straight. Me and this bucket are gonna go places.
Ah, no, apparently not. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Oh, I so badly want to go right, but I want to see the freedom ending.
Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd find answers.
Okay, so this would be the third time that I round the corner and see the broom closet, but I've turned the game off since then. Nope, still open. He hasn't said anything, so what if I... Bam!
Oh, Stanley, can you feel it? The broom closet. It wants the bucket. You can feel that, can't you? The aura of jealousy? It's as clear as day. This broom closet believes it deserves the bucket. I can really feel it now. It's a bucket. It belongs in a broom closet.
Can I give it to the broom closet? I'll give it.
Trying to say here. It's supposed to go with the other cleaning supplies. Good for you, Stanley. Don't give in. Don't hand over the bucket. I know how hard it must be, given the pressure that the broom closet is putting on your shoulders right now, but you have to be strong. This is your bucket. This is your companion and lifelong friend. You can't hand it over. Oh, no. We're getting into name-calling now, it seems. Is this how low the broom closet has sunk, that it has to resort to this stream of petty insults simply in order to get you to hand over the bucket?
My bucket.
Stanley, I never liked this broom closet for a variety of reasons, but even this is worse than I had imagined. And wait, now the broom closet has the gall to imply that you and the bucket are not truly deep and lasting friends? That your relationship is purely superficial and convenient?
that your life is so banal and meaningless that you'd feel the same sort of kinship towards any inanimate object which happened to lay in your path in an even partially enticing manner? Well, I never. Go on, Stanley. Lay into it.
I will
really
bust a nut in this broom closet's
for
face.
its demeaning comments. Expand on the wide variety of experiences you and the bucket have shared together. Go through each of them point by point. Share your journal entries detailing the rich emotional landscape of your feelings for the bucket as they have changed and evolved over the years. Let him have it.
I will shit in this bucket and smear it all over this goddamn broom closet. I swear to fucking God. Okay, you say anything if I go back in?
Okay, I've got you something which I think will help settle this debate once and for all. Here we go. There. Now it's settled. No more debate, no more discussion. Take a hike, broom closet.
What if I go back in?
Your meandering philosophical diatribes about the nature of cleaning supplies and their relationship to broom closets in the natural order of things.
No, that's it. Okay, that's fine.
All right, I've got a second sticker back here, and I'm going to slap it on as well because I think it's appropriate. You see? I feel that it works because the sticker is also a bucket. That way, if you're ever unsure whether the thing you're holding is a bucket or not, you can look down at this sticker and say to yourself, ah, it's a bucket. There really is a wide variety of applications for this sticker. You know what? I could take the name-calling and the dismissal of your kinship with the bucket, but now the broom closet is just giving us the silent treatment. And to be honest, I'm sick of the pettiness on display. You can stay here all you like, but I've had it with this impetulant room of cleaning supplies. Easily the most childish such room I've ever been in. I'll see you outside, and we can get on
He
with
still
the
thinks I'm
story
in the
about
closet.
you and your bucket.
You can hear him walking away. Like, who took the black or the red? Okay, are we done?
On the staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
That still opens. Hello!
You found one of them. One of the miniature Stanley figurines. Remember, no reward for collecting all of these, only the intrinsic pleasure of a job well done. You can't buy that sort of happiness, Stanley. God knows I've tried. So, I implore you to savor each and every moment you come across.
Why is the figurine frowning? You couldn't at least make him smile? Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and do the normal, and I'm gonna look around for a minute. Oh, this door's unlocked. Or locked, excuse me. Alright.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along?
Oh, he's not going to do that.
Was the bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
The elevator raced downward, plummeting towards an unknown fate. It would be all Stanley could do to keep himself together, if not for the bucket. Soothing him, comforting him, reassuring that in this darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be all right. The bucket is here for you, Stanley. Everything will be fine. Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility.
No, I guess not yet. That's right.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves. The monitors jumped to life.
Fire.
And Stanley nearly dropped the bucket in shock.
Fire.
Everyone in the office was being videotaped.
They really redid his entire script to include the fucking bucket.
The bucket had never seen anything like this, and it very nearly burst into tears as Stanley cradled it gently, reassuring it that everything would be fine. Was the bucket under the mind control facility's influence as well? Had the bucket been told to do things it didn't wish to do? What kinds of things does a bucket want to do or not want to do in the first place? These questions raced furiously in Stanley's feeble mind.
Let me guess, you won't open in this new version because I have the bucket. You did? Okay, okay. Now what will the secret text say that I have a bucket in my hand? Secrets mode, never give up, never give up. Nope, nothing new? Okay, whatever. Damn, I was actually hoping they raided some of the Go secret ranges, alright.
No! He screamed into the bucket. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control, never! He squeezed the bucket tighter. His one friend in the entire world. At this point, he could trust
Scratch my pit right in front of the camera.
Except for the
How rude! Alright,
but here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he and the bucket would dismantle the controls for good. Two best friends, Stanley and the bucket, up against the world. They high-fived in a really cool way, and the bucket made a sassy comment about taking down the system.
Yes.
Stanley and the bucket waited in blackness. Was it over? Yes, they had done it. Stanley and the bucket had defeated their greatest and darkest enemy, freed themselves from the tyrannical grip of the evil mind control machine. Freedom was now mere moments away. Excitedly, the two of them began to discuss the kind of life they wanted to live once they stepped through this massive door. The bucket wanted to learn to roller skate. Stanley wanted to sneeze in every country on Earth. Both of them wanted to begin
I like that
watching any movie, but then stop it halfway through and begin watching it in reverse from the end. True, it was a simple life they envisioned, but it was one they'd lived together, with one another to lean on, to trust, to support. What? Wait. What was happening? Why had the door stopped? Was Stanley and the bucket not about to be freed?
Oh, fuck me.
An unbearable silence filled the room, lingering in uncertainty, until finally the truth hit Stanley square in the face. This building did not want the bucket to leave.
Oh.
Even
Oh,
the
shit.
facility itself recognized the incredible calming presence of the bucket, needed the soothing warmth of the bucket, would go to any lengths not to part with the bucket. No, no, no. Stanley can't leave this place. Not while he has such a precious bucket in his arms. Not while this building has anything to say about it. Stanley realized he would never again leave this very room. But at least he has the bucket. To be trapped eternally in darkness isn't really so bad, Stanley thought to himself. As
Seriously?
long as I have my bucket with me, right? I'll be okay, won't I? Stanley gulped. Very soon now, he was about to find out.
You jump scare me, so okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Figurine Finders Committee meeting today. Alright. Oh, I gotta start this over again? I'm sad now. God, I kind of wish I want to take you with me and do all that shit.
Stanley lifted the bucket into his arms, and a wave of comfort rushed over him.
So this time...
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Dick about
This
this guy.
was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was.
It's brighter
Had
in here.
The bucket turned out to be correct. Was this better than the meeting room? Yes, Stanley thought to himself.
Is there a figurine
yes,
in here?
perhaps it truly was. How insightful the bucket turned out to be.
I will destroy ye. Okay.
No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
No, said the bucket. Don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the cargo lift. Good, said the bucket. Now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
Stanley did not question why or how, but Stanley feared that any path he walked might lead to the separation of himself and the bucket, his dearest
They really
friend.
had him redo all
So
of
he
his...
threw himself to his death, that they might die in one another's arms. How deeply touching.
Interesting. All right.
His co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Oh, that's right. I'm going to ignore you for right now.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Figurine Finders, I mean. Watching you. There are many questions. I found the one in the bathroom that it just showed me. Red room. Where the hell is that? Thank you and good luck. Fireplace. Where was there a fireplace? I wonder if there's something to do with stairs. Is the one where, like, you have to jump off the 3-story stairs. Oh, both red and blue, that room with the red and blue doors, okay. Fireplace, where the fuck is there a fireplace? Would it count with the baby room thing? Let's keep mucking about here. Oh, this is still open.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing.
Whatever, we'll let him go through his
he
dialogue real
turned
quick.
around and got back on track. There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here. It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the
Baffling, you
broom
won't shut the
closet.
fuck up.
He wasn't even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA. Are you really still in the broom closet? Standing around doing nothing?
Answering
Why?
texts.
Please offer me some explanation here. I'm genuinely confused.
You've heard all this before.
You do realize
Come on,
there's
get
no
to this part. You
choice
think
or
I'm dead?
anything
Let's
in here,
go.
right? If I'd said Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find out. But it didn't even occur to me because literally this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever. I never would have thought to mention it. Maybe to you this is somehow its own branching path. Maybe when you go talk about this with your friends, you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my favorite." I hope your friends find this concerning. Stanley was fat and ugly and really stupid. He probably only got the job because of a family connection. That's how stupid he is. That or with drug money. Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers. Well, I've come to a very definite conclusion about what's going on right now. You're dead. You got to this broom closet, explored it a bit, and were just about to leave because there's nothing here, when a physical malady of some sort shut down your central nervous system and you collapsed in front of your screen. Well, in a situation like this, the responsible thing is to alert someone nearby so as to ensure that your body is taken care of before it begins to decompose.
My body does hurt like a
Hello?
bitch.
Anyone who happens to be nearby, the person at this computer is dead. They have fallen prey to any number of your countless human physiological vulnerabilities. It's indicative of the long-term sustainability of your species. Please remove their corpse from the area and instruct another human to take their place, making sure they understand basic first-person video game mechanics and filling them in on the history of narrative tropes in video gaming, so that the irony and insightful commentary of this game is not lost on them. All right, when you've done that, just step out into the hallway. Ah, second player, it's good to have you on board. I guarantee you can't do any worse than the person who came before you. You too? Unbelievable. I'm at the mercy of an entire species of invalids. Perhaps there's a monkey nearby you can hand the controls to. A fish? Fungus? Look, you can hammer out the details. I'm not particularly picky. I'll just be waiting for when you're ready to pick up the story again.
Alright, I'm out.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Done the insanity ending before. Let's do the explosion thing. Let's poke around. I don't know if any of the buttons will be any different, but let's see this. No, there's not in here. It's over here. No button. Let's open this. Oh, they did keep that picture. Huh, alright. See you in the elevator. He's not in the elevator. Okay.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked,
Piss him off.
Unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music.
See, after this one, he should start opening the door for me automatically. And once I get a certain office set up, I should be able to speedrun this bitch in 2.5 minutes.
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
Should, keyword should. Kitty cat! I hear kitty cat.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Oh, I really want to, but I think that'll have all the new stuff in it. I just don't want to yet. We'll do the boom boom bang ending. What?
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out? Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing. This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible?
I wouldn't think
Had
of
he
it.
truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
No.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content.
I wonder if you took the
eating,
bucket,
working,
the
all of it
explosion ending, if the
monitored and
bucket would
commanded
mysteriously
from this
know
very place.
the
And
past,
as the
all the
cold
buttons
reality
to
of his
press.
past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human.
Because the bucket didn't let me
For
leave.
he would dismantle the Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you?
Yes.
After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control?
Yes.
Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification,
There is something
nuclear
behind this.
detonators are said to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then?
Say 2 minutes.
2 minutes. Ah, now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story
that
now.
door was open.
Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me, where we
Kitty cat!
what all this means. I barely know where to start.
What you meowing at?
You'd like to know where your co-workers
Yeah.
are? A moment of solace before you're obliterated?
Come here.
All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free.
What are you
Of course,
purring at?
that was
Who's
merely
the
in this
purr at?
instance of the story.
You
Sometimes
got
when I
nothing
tell
to
it,
purr
I
at.
simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this.
Where's
though,
Big Brother?
this
He isn't coming to
version of
see me
events
yet.
has been
He's not in his
rather
usual
amusing.
perch either.
Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back
Go check
the
on Big
control
Brother. Go pester
wrested
him.
away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put
3
some
attempts for
extra
me.
time on the clock, why not? These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees. Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now?
Probably.
Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you. Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little
Yeah, all
thing
this
in this room.
dialogue is the
These
same.
numbered buttons. No, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button. Or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is? Stanley, you're in for quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made humble. This is not a challenge, it's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't. Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending. Just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life? Or will you let it go peacefully?
What you want?
Another choice.
What you want?
Make it count. Or
I guess it is 1
it's
o'clock.
all
I
the
could
same
feed you,
to
I
me,
guess.
all a part of the joke. And
Are you
believe
hungry?
me, I will be laughing at every
Are you
second of
hungry?
your inevitable life from the moment
If you can jump up my balls,
until
I'll
the
be
moment
happy.
I say happily ever after.
Come on. Oh, God. You hungry? Is that what it is? Mr. Permunster? Alright. Take a break off. Ooh. The sequel is now paused. Okay. Alright, come on. Let's feed you and go to the bathroom real fast. That was my bad toe. That really hurts. Come on. You hungry? Yeah. Are you hungry? Please don't slow me down. I'm going too fast. Fuck, I forgot a drink. Why are you going yellow? Hello? Do you need to be charged or something? Sure. Belly, yay. Which room? Belly? Sorry. This monster. Fuck you. It's alright. Go away. Alright. More than expected. What are we doing?
All of his co-workers were gone.
I wish you'd fucking ring.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a
The
memo.
memo. Fuck it.
The confusion and the chaos all seemed to melt away as
Hey,
Stanley embraced
Void.
the bucket.
Void. Void. That's what I thought. Leave your goddamn brother alone. You can go up there to sleep, just leave your brother alone.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
So the game won't let me leave with the bucket. Okay, so I'm gonna go through the whole disobedience one.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? No, never mind. The bucket was wrong.
Where I want to
Stanley
be.
took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
Like hell I did.
No,
said the bucket.
I'm going over there.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Good,
said the bucket.
Now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him,
Whee!
of course, because buckets
Oh my God.
talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
Except I jumped off. The bucket wanted me to go all the way up there. But I'm down here. Now, the only room with blue and red should be...
No, stop. Look there on the wall. You see, there's a sign right there. It says, no buckets past this point.
Oh,
Stanley, how could you think it was okay to bring the bucket here? Unless, what if the problem is that you actually don't know what is a bucket and what isn't a bucket? I suppose that would explain a lot about your behavior up to this point. Which, if that's true, well, my goodness, I think we have to do something about it. This misunderstanding could have dire consequences on the entire rest of the game if not addressed quickly and properly.
Oh, do we get into the little
much of the impact
slideshow
of the
video?
story is dependent on your understanding of what is and isn't a bucket. Please, step in here for a moment.
Oh! Holy shit.
Now then,
What the hell?
I'm going to run you through some test scenarios, and you'll tell me whether or not the thing I'm showing you is a bucket. Simple enough, right? This should tell us everything
like I'm on a
we'll
stripper
ever need
floor.
to know about what is or is not a bucket. Okay, let's begin. Item 1. Is this a bucket? Incorrect. It is a hologram of a bucket, not an actual bucket.
You motherfucker. Are we actually gonna play this way?
Item 2. Is this a bucket?
Oh, fuck you.
Correct. It is a 3D printed recreation of a bucket, not an actual bucket. Item 3. Is this a bucket? Incorrect. This is a bucket. Item 4. Is this a bucket?
Totally.
What? Are you hallucinating? This is a tractor. It's an enormous machine that tills the earth.
And you're the one that put a hologram of a bucket in
How
front of
on
me.
earth did you manage to screw it up? Absolutely incredible. Let's just move on to the next one.
Ass face, get cold, cocksucker.
Is this a bucket?
Bucket!
Correct. This is a bucket.
I get it, because it's creaking and groaning. It's a bucket. Ha ha ha.
Item 6. Is this a bucket? Trick question. Both. Gotcha.
Man, fuck you.
Item... Wait, hold on. I can't find the next one. Let me see. Should be around here somewhere.
Yep, totally a bucket.
Okay, you and I both know there isn't anything here. And I don't appreciate the implication that nothing is a bucket.
I don't
We both
appreciate the
clearly
3D
know that
printed
a
bucket,
is
motherfucker.
Something, and therefore nothing could possibly be something. Unless, in your twisted mind, have you somehow convinced yourself that a bucket is nothing? Answer me straight, Stanley. Do you believe that nothing is a bucket? You know what? I'm too confused to even sort it out. I've lost all sense of perspective. What is a bucket? What isn't a bucket? Mere moments ago I could answer these questions with confidence. And yet now I'm somewhat adrift. Do any of us know what a bucket is? Am I a bucket? Stanley, I can't keep doing this. I'm losing myself, and myself was all I ever had to begin with. I'm afraid the bucket is threatening to tear our relationship apart. I can't have that. I'm sorry. But I'm going to erase all buckets from the game entirely. Okay, here we go.
That made me sad.
What happened? Is everything gone?
Everything's a bucket, motherfucker.
Wait, was everything a bucket? Every single thing in the game was a bucket. Oh my God, I had no idea. How could... Except me. I'm not a bucket after all. And you, Stanley, you're still here. You're not a bucket either. Oh, this is wonderful news. We're not buckets. Yes, I actually feel much more at ease right now. It's delightful to get some clarity on that issue. But it doesn't change the fact that we haven't got a game. So, tell you what. I'll reset everything and we'll put back all of the buckets, okay? And we'll know that it's all a bucket. But if you run into anyone else, maybe don't mention that. Who knows what that information might do to a person? All right, here we go.
It's like, hey, what did my grandpa say before he kicked the bucket? He said, hey, want to see how far I can kick this bucket?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Okay, no,
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
On the
Perhaps
door.
he had simply missed a memo.
All right. So this time we're gonna ignore you, because I guess you can't take you downstairs. We're gonna piss this guy off.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
We're just gonna pass through.
The lounge was sublime, a work of art. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy.
My apartment have a fireplace? I don't think it does.
I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but... What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero
I gotta see if that sign is actually there.
Others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you?
Bullshit.
I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful.
See, red and blue.
Prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
Now,
listen carefully, this is important.
Another miniature Stanley figurine. This, you know, there really must be a snappier name for these things. What about mini-stands? Stanley figs? What about Stanlerines? Yes, I think I like that. Another Stanlerine under your belt.
yes, I'm gonna go to the red door.
Oh, thank God you are willing to listen to me. Do you see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this time? The problem is all these choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here. Running and running and running, just the way you're doing right now. Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley? I wanted to stop. We would both be so much happier if we just stopped. And I think I have a solution. Here, let me show you. What do we want? What are we looking for? Here. Yes. Oh, it's
Oh, that door just
beautiful,
up and
isn't it?
vanishes.
If we just stay right here, right in this moment with this place, Stanley, I think I feel happy. I actually feel happy.
Okay, I think stairs.
No, wait. Where are you going?
Stairs.
Oh, no. Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this.
think of any other... I mean, I guess
Please,
the boss...
no, Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me.
Please, Stanley, think about what you're doing.
No!
Oh,
Ooh, the whole screen shook with that one.
thank God.
Is it under the stairs?
You lived.
Okay.
You had me worried there for a moment.
Boy, leave your brother alone.
No, no, what are you doing, Stanley? Please, I'm asking you not to take this away from me. I can't go back to what I was before. If you die, we'll both go back. Why are you doing this?
Wouldn't you just
Stanley?
fart?
Let's go back to the other room. Can you do that for me? My God, is this really how much you dislike my game? That you'll throw yourself from this platform over and over to be rid of it? You are literally willing to kill yourself to keep me from being happy. Am I reading the situation correctly? Or maybe you're just...
Oh god, I really did it 4 times. Jesus.
I don't know anymore. I just wanted us to get along. But I guess that was too much to ask. It looks like you wanted to make a choice after all. Well, this one is yours.
Alright. Peace out.
Is it over?
There's
It's
stairs.
going to
Get out of
start,
there.
isn't it? I'm going back.
That was my finger on the microphone. Alright, let's go.
Wait, Stanley thought to himself. Am I sure that the orders stopped coming in? How is that possible? They never stopped. Surely I was mistaken. No, the orders were still missing. For now.
To carry the bucket or not to carry the bucket? Stairs. Stairs and a fireplace. Stairs and a fireplace. Only fireplace is the boss's office, but...
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors,
Oh,
he entered the door on his left.
Shit! Let's get the confusion ending.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
I meant to grab the bucket and then do the explosion ending, because maybe the bucket knew.
Room, Stanley for the first, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Yeah. Alright, let's go.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the
Oink.
opposite door, and got back on track.
No.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here it's, left. Oh, no, it's to the right, my mistake. No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please? Now, let's see. We went down right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
Monitors!
No.
Oh, fuck me, I hate being sick.
This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just have to get back to, oh, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay.
That one's all fucked up. 234? Why is that one all fucked up?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Ha, that little sign is gone. The bucket's gone. You took my bucket away. How dare you? Cocksucker. Asshole. Bitch. Doors.
Wait, what? No, I restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere, or... Hold on. Why am I asking you?
I might have peed in the corner somewhere.
The story was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
I think they all lead back to the front, but I'm gonna do this anyways.
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before.
See?
Do we need to restart the game again? Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not? All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting.
Still took my bucket
Perhaps
away,
he had
asshole.
simply missed a memo. Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything? Aha! I knew we'd miss something. The story. Here it comes. No, wait, never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps. Now this... Well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this place
Where's
at all.
the big 8 button? I think
Is
it's in
this
here,
the
isn't
story?
it?
I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe
I thought one
my
of the
story
demo
took
items
place
was
in
supposed to
an
be here,
office
like the
building.
big sign. Oh, wait, there it is.
Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley?
Waiting room, that way.
Do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this?
You win!
Congratulations!
Fatality.
I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off, so good job. Oh, no, I don't feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win. Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations. Okay, I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart. All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line. Just follow the line. How simple is that?
I actually can't go in there. He's gonna say, no, we're leaving it up to the line.
No, I'm down. We're leaving it up to the line from now on.
Fine, fuck you. Can I, like, close myself in here again? No? Okay. Thought I broke it for a second. Check the computers for the next button thingy. No, okay. A really cool song's gonna play, man. I love this song.
It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to
The victory. Oh, Destiny, whatever.
Here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Okay, Stanley, I need to follow this train of thought for a minute. Just stick with me. Now, we can both agree that the nature of existence is in fact a byproduct of one's subjective experience of that existence, right? Okay, now if my experience of your existence rests inside of your subjective experience of this office, is this office, in fact, the skeleton of my own relative experiential mental subjective construct? Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there.
006 has his own goddamn office.
Not sure where I was going.
Like full-blown office, that is a little fucking cubicle.
I think what we need right now is a bit of music to
lighten
the mood.
Hey, it's still here. Piss off the downstairs theater if I keep dancing to that. Meow. 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 What is that? Coordinate superiors. Jesus Christ. Room with a lot of boxes. So now I'm looking at those goddamn figures. I wonder if he only show up on the bucket.
Wait, cut the music. Go back and look at that fern. Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story. Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
Alright, cool. Can we go now?
Wait, what? We're back at the office? No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story?
That door was open, motherfucker.
Is any of this ringing a bell?
And the monitors.
Oh, no, not again. Line, how could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart. You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction? Now, yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be? Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it. Oh, no, not you again.
Hello, Line.
Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it. And we should be fine.
Oh, here's this room.
A choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control. How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay.
I'm too tired for
that. I
that.
know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits.
Can I open this door just randomly? No, that's the same goddamn thing as right here.
Oh, hold up, what's this? The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times? That's really how all this goes? It's all determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing. Wall. Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really? No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. And the timer stopped?
That actually scared that shit out of me.
Did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen? So, okay. I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story. Wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime, if
you... Ooh, the speedrun one.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Let's see if I can do this. Ready? Ha! I did find one of them. That's still open, but you're lucky I'm in the middle of a speed run.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his
Please just open the door for me. 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 That's a fireplace.
Okay, I think we all know the drill by now. Blah, blah, blah. Dark secrets, the keypad. Stanley pushes some buttons. Oh, hey, look, it's a new passageway. Quelle surprise.
No. Speedrun. Oh, I'll come back for that. I'll be back for you, bitch. Speedrun first.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
So this button, that button, and the other button go up the elevator, press more buttons, and get the fuck out.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out? Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing. This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable, wasn't it?
I wouldn't think
Was it even possible?
We've already made
Had
that
he
joke.
truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided... blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved.
Don't care, speedrun.
Where had his co-workers gone?
Don't care,
How
speedrun.
had he been freed from the machine's grasp?
Don't care,
What other
speedrun.
mysteries did this strange building hold?
Don't care,
But
speedrun.
as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him.
Damn straight, speedrun.
For it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness.
And speedrun.
Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go.
Let's go,
No
speedrun.
longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all
My speedrun,
he
let's
needed
go.
to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door. Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Was that not fast enough? Are you fucking kidding me? Oh, that upsets
All
me.
of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Come on, Bucket.
Warmth spread through Stanley's arms. With the bucket in his arms again, he was home.
Come on, that was a good one.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
I hate my life, I hate my life, I hate my life, I hate my life. There will be a reward for finding them all. Lies. There will be cleaning up for all this.
Stanley, we must move on from this broom closet.
He's
Simply
getting
because
tired
I
of
have
it.
no remaining stickers. If I did, you can guarantee we'd be in here for hours. But alas, no stickers.
Not even a gold star for participation? Jesus, you're useless.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
I'm not gonna go in that door, I'm gonna look under here.
Okay, I'm going back to the name of these little Stanley figurines, and now I'm torn
Last one
between
has something to do with... no, this one's a
Stanleys
fireplace. What's the
and
last one?
Figures. What do
Big
you
room,
think,
lots
sir?
of boxes.
What name better
room,
encapsulates the
lots of
intrinsic
boxes.
sense
Big
of
room,
happiness
lots of
that you
boxes.
get from seeing a small number in the corner of your screen go up by 1? Let me sit on it. I'm sure it will come to me.
Come to butthead. Okay. Let's do the explosion ending with the bucket and pick up the figure that's up here. So final one is a big room, lots of boxes. Could have swore I just saw it, but oh, okay. Go in here, he's gonna let me in.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life.
Did my speedrun tempt me
Crushed
nothing
by
to
the
you a
weight
minute
of
ago?
this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire if not for the soothing presence of the bucket. Even now, in his darkest of hours, did the bucket's warmth and guiding light pierce the dark clouds of confusion and chaos. It would be with him always. The bucket would. And he knew it. The two of them were inseparable.
I'm a shit in this bucket.
At this point, Stanley was so absorbed in the tender spiritual connection he shared with the bucket that he didn't notice the keypad behind the boss's desk. Nor in his bliss of simply being near the bucket did he have any notion that the PIN number for the keypad was 2845.
Hey!
But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
You're getting close now, Stanley. You've nearly gotten all of the Figler
Getting
and
close.
Very soon, you'll collect the last one, and then the first number will equal the second number, and that will be it. We'll be different people by then. Different in the sense that we used to have none of them, and now we have them all. You can't go back to when you had no Figler and Marines.
What? The fuck did you just call these things? Is there a big room with lots of boxes in the museum ending? I don't think so.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility.
I really want to go that way.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves. But just as Stanley was about to proceed further into the mind control facility, he tripped and fell over the railing and into the dark void below.
I've never done this
he fell
before.
Directly onto the bucket, which safely cushioned his fall.
Changed because of the bucket.
Now, what to do next? Stanley wondered. Stanley and the bucket could find no way out of this enormous pit, and so eventually they decided that the best thing to do would be to simply get comfortable down here.
Really?
So they set up a little couch and relaxed. It really wasn't so bad down here, a bit cold perhaps. After some time had gone by, they installed a few shelves as well, and a sort of kitchenette. That was
What the
useful
fuck is
for when
this?
The bucket was craving paninis. But it wasn't until the rugs and the standing lamps came in that it really started to feel like a home. In fact, after some time, Stanley realized that it had been ages since he had even thought of the mind control facility at all. He'd never gotten to fully explore what was up there, never been able to unearth the many mysteries of the mind control facility. This lack of closure began to eat at him. Soon he was dwelling on his regrets, and the state of their home slowly decayed as Stanley became withdrawn and neglected the cleaning. It unsettled the bucket deeply. Stanley wasn't usually like this. The bucket tried to reach out to him again and again, but to no avail. All Stanley could think about, all he could talk about, was going back, doing it over again, staying on the path.
It was an
accident.
accident.
The path. It was a mistake. It was a mistake. I need to do what the narrator says. I need to see the true ending. This made no sense at all to the bucket, which was simply trying to live its life down here as comfortably as possible. Yet Stanley was unconsolable. This isn't an ending. This is just a hole in the ground. The bucket sighed. True, it wasn't an ending. But it's where we happen to be. And maybe, possibly, if we accept the reality of things, maybe this will become an ending eventually. It's what the bucket was counting on. The two of them waited for a very long time.
Alright, well, I fucked that up nice and hard.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
There you are. Give me my goddamn... Stop falling asleep, computer.
Stanley picked
Give me my
up
goddamn
the
bucket.
and smiled. He'd never be alone again, not truly alone, not with the bucket around. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Big room, lots of boxes. You mean Minecraft? The Minecraft segment? Why is it still open?
Stanley, we must move on from this broom closet, simply because I have no remaining stickers. If I did, you can guarantee we'd be in here for hours.
You're
But
supposed to,
alas,
like, board this thing up.
no stickers.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office. Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an
We've already been
indication
through
of
this.
any human life. Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down, but Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was
Sure,
the bucket
do that.
guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation. Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large
Not gonna
door
fall
that
this
read,
time. I cannot believe that was a
Mind
thing.
Control Facility. The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves. The monitors jumped to life, and Stanley nearly dropped the bucket in shock. Everyone in the office was being videotaped, monitored like guinea pigs. The bucket had never seen anything like this, and it very nearly burst into tears as Stanley cradled it gently, reassuring it that everything would be fine. Was the bucket under the mind control facility's influence as well? Had the bucket been told to do things it didn't wish to do? What kinds of things does a bucket want to do or not want to do in the first place? These questions raced furiously in Stanley's feeble mind. No! He screamed into the bucket. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control, never! He squeezed the bucket tighter. His one friend in the entire world. At this point, he could trust no one except for the bucket.
Mr. Bucket? That's what I call you, Mr. Bucket.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. But at the last second, the bucket jumped in and pressed the button to turn on the controls. Stanley gasped in horror. Had this been the bucket's plan all along? To take over the machine and claim the power for itself?
J'accuse!
How could the bucket have betrayed him like this? Stanley was prepared to throw the bucket away in disgust when suddenly an image appeared upon the enormous screen. Birds. Silly,
Oh, sweet.
silly birds.
Birds.
The control buttons became active again.
Flamingos.
Stanley flipped through one video of silly birds after another, and then it dawned on him. This wasn't a mind control facility at all.
Penguins.
It was a facility for monitoring and surveilling silly
here?
birds all over the world. The
Only
mind
birds?
controls were only a facade to disguise
I've no idea
its
what it is.
true
Toucan.
intentions. Had the bucket known this all along? Stanley marveled at the metal genius
Ow.
in his hands.
the one who had pointed him towards this incredible discovery. Stanley and the bucket never found freedom because they spent the rest of their lives here in this place, flipping
Watching
through
bird videos?
live streams of the silliest birds imaginable.
Yeah, I could see
Of
that.
all the possible paths his life could have taken, this one was surely the best.
Yeah.
And Stanley was happy.
Oh, macaws. Well, that's it.
Someone was following Stanley. He was sure of it. If he checked over his shoulder now, he would surely catch them. It was only a matter of time.
Going to leave you behind. Big room, lots of boxes.
When Stanley came to a
It
set of
fucking
two open
has to
doors,
be
this was not
Minecraft.
the correct way to the meeting
That is
room,
nothing
and
but blocks,
Stanley knew it
aka
perfectly well.
boxes.
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire
Only
it.
thing I can think of it being.
Stanley felt lightheaded, butterflies in his stomach, but eager to get back to business.
No one
Stanley took
cares.
the first open door on his left.
Because if you go to the apartment ending, it's an apartment. And
Stanley
then,
was so bad at following
yeah.
directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Just one last ending, see if it has the figure
Look,
in. I'm
Stanley,
getting
I
off.
think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you.
Please.
What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door. Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door. I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked... All right, fine, go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop.
Can't be this.
You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map, because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you? Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing, because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what, let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback. There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here. Aha! You see, I knew I was onto something. Where do these flashes of inspiration come from? How did I know the game needed a third door? Well, it's instinct mostly, a calling in your gut. I really couldn't say where the idea came from, except that I felt it in my soul. You can't teach that, Stanley. Don't even try. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled...
Oh god, I forgot I was staring at a wall.
To be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
Leaderboard. Okay, I'm gonna be sure. Leaderboard.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to
Yeah,
keep
fuck me,
walking
go back to
through
bed.
doors? Again, honest answers, please. Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect. Let me boot it up. In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective?
Maybe at a later
keep
date.
Notes on your experience.
Why is there a plant in the corner?
You heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me? Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out. I'm done. It's over.
He's out.
Thank you for playing. Your input was
Fuck
extremely
this
valuable.
shit, I'm out.
Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? Just to ease the pain. Let's see. What do we have here? Yes. This seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot. Aha!
The
Fascinating.
fuck is this?
What do you think this game is about, Stanley? What's our backstory? What is our motivation?
Where the fuck is Minecraft? Where the fuck is Portal?
You're meant to play as a creepy man, spying on innocent civilians below you from up high in your creep tower, perhaps for some sort of twisted erotic purpose.
No Firewatch.
Yes,
Oh, was
that must be
Firewatch.
it. What a fascinating
Firewatch,
venture into the
something like
experience of total mental depravity. So far, I love
Huh.
everything about this game, Stanley. And it seems there's even more. Come, let's venture outward and see what else is out there.
Space Puff. Oh, nope, okay.
Oh, no. No, it can't be.
I forgot Pokemon Go.
It is. It's an open world game. Good God, quickly, block it off. Oh, thank goodness, Stanley. What a close call. You nearly wandered off into that thing. That big, open, just wandering around. No right or wrong directions. No path to follow. You can just go in any... Oh, thank heavens we avoided it. We're out of the woods now, Stanley.
No.
Okay, I'm going to get us out of here. Let's find another game. Preferably something with walls. Something with nice, big, insurmountable walls. Okay, I think
I was
this
that close.
is just the thing.
Rocket League?
See, this is exactly what I had in mind. Just a nice big box for you to run around in. There isn't any possibility that you could get lost here. Now this is game design. Stanley, if you
This
manage to get lost
is
in
pod
this game,
racing.
I will be phenomenally impressed. Okay, so what exactly do we do here? Let's see. There are lots of cars here in the back, but obviously there's no racetrack. Okay, I'm seeing that there's a ball of some kind back here. Is this game sports ball? Stanley, I think it's sports ball. Oh, what fun. We shall run the bases and do a touchdown together? Yes, I think surely we must. Okay, Stanley, here's the ball. Have fun.
Oh my god, it's actually reacting to me. And I'm running really fucking fast.
Are you doing it? Are you winning? Is this fun? Is it better than my miserable little story that...
Hold on.
Well.
What are you doing?
It was an accident, but I can see that's what I was supposed to do anyways. Okay, yeah, see, here's the other joke. You're back here in this...
Stanley, don't do that. I can't follow you there. I can't help you. How will you write a story without me? You can't do it. You know that. Stanley, come back.
Okay, boxes. Yes. Alright, peace out.
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his
Really,
choice.
fucking frog?
And if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end, to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will
I'll be back,
soon.
motherfucker.
Very soon. I can
Oh, fuck.
Even now, Stanley's office was a distant memory. What did it look
Whoa.
like? There was a computer, perhaps, and a painting. Was it a painting or a photo? He could
Person!
no longer recall.
Person! But person. There was a person. My computer went blank. Alright, I'm gonna end that there. That was cool. I've been waiting to see that. Wait. There, I got the input plans. I'll have to redo it next time I play, but... Whatevs. Been here for 2 hours.